sometimes I do get comments from my banker friends that we are losing revenue. But in mature markets and in developing markets where the local interest cost is high, which we are again going into in UAE. So in markets like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, or in Africa, where your local cost of borrowing is 10%, 15% kind of a thing, you always import and use a buyer's credit. The buyer's credit is at a LIBOR plus 170 basis points, I don't know what rate, which is way cheaper even if you take effect of the currency fluctuation. Now, fortunately in UAE, you have a pegged currency. You are not affected by the dollar movements. So, make use of that. Open the Yusan LC on your supplier, discount it, pay him on site, and save some interest cost on your PR. I'm happy to answer any questions if you have on this one. The last thing I'm going to quickly cover is at various forums I get asked like, we are very well connected with the local banks and what options are there. How can an international bank lend to us? Of course, the options are very, very restricted because international banks who do not have presence on ground generally are very restrictive in terms of lending. But then there are various structures under which a particular business model can obviously go and leverage with some of the international banks. I'll quickly touch upon 2 or 3 points. So structured trade finance is an area where anything to do with commodities, especially tradable commodities, is very, very well understood by the European market or the more mature and developed market, the banks in Switzerland or London or Europe. And they do lend to UAE-based or India-based companies as well on these kind of shipments. When we're talking about purpose shipments, yes, there is a lot of restriction from local banks, but at the same time, there are international banks who purely want to work on purpose shipments because they work based on title document financing. They finance your meal, they finance the shipment period when the goods are moving from India to a next place. Yeah. So that is one product which is available. Inventory financing, I must admit, Islamic banking is so prevalent here. Financing inventory backed by a collateral management agent or a security agent should be a product which Islamic banking should adopt. I know of at least 2 UAE banks who are right now in the approval stage of this product and they will be implementing this in 2016. But it is not very prevalent here right now in this market. But again, multinational banks are very active. You look at rice traders in India, you look at commodity traders in Africa. Again, they use this collateral management agents and structure financing in dollars from international banks. And if things go according to plan for some of the Islamic banks in UAE, I'm sure in 2016 you will hear about this product being available here as well. Credit insurance backed financing again is very, very prevalent. That is something you can structure with international banks again because they understand and they structure the credit insurance very well. Local banks are also doing it, but again, the cost of finance, what some of the international banks are able to provide is much, much better. And securitization of future receivables. This is a very interesting product because a lot of Indian exporters are trying to do this right now. Like they're creating these term loans against your future exports because it's a natural hedge. Your receivables are going to be in dollars and then used to repay your dollar loans. So that's again kind of a product available. I think Rupal Bhai opened up the screen with this. Keep calm when you're raising finance. I'm sure you'll be able to negotiate a good deal. Thank you.